nga xamante ne nii ñu ngi ko jaayee foofu sa Lamin Kerewan bërëbu dëkkeekaay yi nag li nga xam ne moom mooy ndox ak courant mu fa lépp loo soxla sa wàllu dëkkeekaay Keresu Investment Limited mu ngi la ko fa amal Keresu Investment Limited nag seen bërëbu dëkkeekaay yi ñu ngi ko jaayee si cash price muy jar si $200,000 $250,000 $250,000 mortgage nag foo ko dégg mooy fay nanka ba fay bi jeex nga fay ko si diiri juróom-benni weer. dama ne Keresu Properties njaaxare jeex na coono jeex na tëddal nelaw si sa kër boo nelawee sa gannaaw ba nag Keresu Properties daw leen dem seeti seen kër yi foofu noonu sa Lamin Kerewan.
And I'll just give us rundown or a summary of what we're doing. GIZ as a project and what we are doing here in the GBA. GIZ is part of the Techifi implementing partners with focusing on TVET, that is technical vocational education training for young peoples of the Gambia, and business development. Our 3 intervention regions are GBA inclusive of West Coast region, KMC and Banjul. And the other 2 regions are LRR, URR, that is Lower River Region and Upper River Region. Under the TVET component, we've signed contracts with 8 implementing partners. Most of the implementing partners in the TVET component are based in GBA, but notwithstanding, we have some partners and coming up partners in the regions, LRR and URR also. For the BD component, we've signed contracts with 7 implementing partners, and one of the implementing partners is in URR, that is Tostan, but the other partners are mostly based in the greater Banjul area with mobility to the regions to deliver programs or engagements that we have in those regions. The other components that are supporting pillars to these 2 major pillars of GIZ intervention in the Gambia is the solar component. That is the possibility of developing solar centers in the regions, LRR and URR. And then we have career guidance and counseling also, where the project is envisaged to provide career guidance and counseling to about 5,000 youths of the Gambia. In the project too, we have other support mechanisms like enhancement packages, which cut across all the different interventions that we do. We have the mini grant, the solar grant. We have startup capitals for a sizable number of our trainees that will be graduating from the different trainings that we are providing. And then we do provide capacity support to our implementing partners too.
Chair, before reading the statement from the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports, allow me to first appreciate partnership and collaborations that the Gambia National Youth Council has enjoyed under the Techifi, of course, with the GIZ. Since the inception of the GIZ project under the Techifi in the Gambia, National Youth Council has been one of its active partners, and we were involved from the designing of the project operations and also work with them on the recruitment of different trainees. I would also like to use the opportunity to sincerely appreciate, on behalf of the board and management of National Youth Council, the support of the different training providers on whose behalf we were mobilizing and recruiting trainees. I'm sure they are in the hall here. On behalf of my team, I want to thank you for the trust and confidence and for the conducive working environment you have created. The European Union for bringing the Techifi program to the Gambia. This program is perfectly aligned with our National Development Plan, NDP 2018-2021, and has come with fresh hope and lots of optimism for the youths of this country. The Techifi project, funded by European Union and implemented by GIZ, ITC, ANABEL, and IMVF, translate our vision of a better future for youths of this country into concrete actions, such as skills training, in a variety of market-relevant trades, and supporting and even expand their distributing to greater employability through quality training on one hand, but also involving the private sector on the other hand. In designing market-relevant training courses, in providing ongoing orientations and opening its doors for apprenticeship, industrial attachments, and placements. Through its various interventions, this program is supporting the Gambia in our efforts to lay a strong foundation for sustainable economic and employment. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to the energy promoted by this government and supported by the European Union as well as its implementers such as GIZ, together we are empowering more and more Gambian youths to invest in themselves and in their country. Together we are giving thousands of young people hope, coupled with
that the train providers.
An encouragement you're giving to our team here in the Gambia. It's an immense pleasure and honor to be part of the Techifi family and make a contribution to the country's socio-economic development and more specifically to the well-being of the youth. We also wish to extend our sincere gratitude to the government of the Gambia and all partner government institutions found at all levels constitutes a strong bond amongst us, and at the same time an ideal ground for cooperation. With way more than 5,000 young people to be trained in just 3 years, our common task is not an easy one, considering that we don't want to limit ourselves to training alone, but want to ensure that each one of them finds access to the labor market and becomes self-employed. This complex task requires a dual approach with a rich experience and diverse approaches, so that we can start by harvesting quick impact results in the short run, never losing sight of a parallel approach to also make sure that the capacities for sustainable and improved service delivery are enhanced in the medium and long term. We are very proud that our implementing partners here in the Gambia have all adhered to a common network of training providers in the area of TVET and business development. And I've heard that there's already a strong bond, solidarity and cooperation with continuous sharing of best practices going on, and I really appreciate that. This synergy that together we have been able to generate towards the Techifi goal is indeed a very positive accomplishment in itself, but also giving us this opportunity to support the youth of this country in shaping their future and indirectly in shaping the future of the new Gambia. We want to wish these young people lots of inspiration, but also self-discipline, hard work, and eventually lots of success in making our dreams come through. Thank you very much.
In my way in my speech, because I made so many scribbled notes that I'm not sure that I can do it. I usually do it to confuse the press so that they cannot use my speech directly. The program is funded by the European Union with a budget of 23 million euro. You multiply by 55 and you get it in Talassi. But the amount is not the important. What matters is the content. What matters are the objectives. What matters is the people. And the objective of this project is to contribute to nurture positive prospects for the people, for you, for the Gambian people. The project is currently being implemented by ITC, the YEP component, by Enabel and IMVF, who are working more in the rural areas, and, of course, by the German Development Corporation, GIZ. We have mandated GIZ International Services, and they accepted, to implement this project as a direct contribution to the employment of youth in the greater Banjul area, as well as lower and upper river regions. With more than 5,000 youth to be trained in market-relevant skills, as well as in business development, we have invested in a series of quality training packages. I hope that you can testify on that, designed to channel the positive energy of young Gambians towards employment or self-employment opportunities. To face the complex challenges of the labor market, as well as of the Gambia's fragile economy, it is fragile, but it is developing. Let's be positive. The youth of this country, whether from the urban or rural areas, whether formally educated or not, whether young ladies or young men, all of them need to be equipped with multiple competencies and skills to find sustainable employment or to employ themselves. Today in the Gambia, as anywhere else, it is not enough to specialize in a specific technical skill. Young people need to master various competencies, such as entrepreneurship, self-marketing, networking, communication, and innovation, to secure stable revenues for themselves and their families. As was said, and there I will repeat, together with its 20 national implementing partners, GIZ is offering a variety of training programs covering 17 trades, 17. From construction to solar energy, from agro-processing to animal husbandry, from hairdressing to garment making, just to name a few. All training programs have been customized in close collaboration with the concerned ministries and government institutions so as to ensure that the young beneficiaries meet the high demands of the market. Techifi is all about providing the youth of this country with a combination of these soft and hard skills, resulting in state certification, hands-on experience, and market exposure, so that you can forge your own future without having to look for opportunities elsewhere. The challenge of youth employment requires the contribution of all stakeholders, national and international, public and private. And I'm proud to say that the Get Techifi program has succeeded in forging many who are collaborating with the Techifi program for your continuous support. You are not beneficiaries, you are partners. And I wish you all lots of successes in your endeavors and above all in your life. Thank you very much.
A positive prospect for your Gambians.
And I heard your voice. You want to tell me I come back in the cinema?
I only want you to hear my voice.
You know, man, I'm telling you, I should go and go. You know what I say is a girl. But okay, let me hear this. The only thing you know is to take example. I don't want to take example from you.
People, come to the day yesterday. You made me talking about this.
See, okay, you want
after the whole day crying for a check, this is what all he was bringing him to me.
if I had to, if I knew it was you.
Let me explain what it is. You have to understand me. I'm also working. I'm telling you.
But shut up.
Understand what? I always advise him that he can never make it inside this country.
No, listen to me.
I forget, don't think of it. You can never make it in this country.
Mom, I want
If that is what you are doing, it is
Sweetheart, you know Lami. Lami, you know, you want me, you want left.
You want to? He went.
He's summoned to back me.
Huh?
Shut up. You got that. It's not my language, it's my language. Stupid. This one passed me yesterday. You know what he brought? A BMW. You tell this one passed me his vehicle. Sweetheart, you can imagine the way I fly. When will this boy bring me a car that I will get this
smallest part of it. Yesterday, remember what I learned? Everyone was called a VIP. All they were doing was like this. See me where I was sitting. All I was feeling was to come and take a knife and kill this child of mine. All those people that they were explaining there, talking to them by their children. Why can't you do the same? Baka, leave this company and go.
Baka, the only solution is to go back with. If you are afraid of death, don't worry. If you die, you will mourn in 80 days instead of 40. Don't worry, if you die, I back, Barbara. Before I will back, I don't want to see you in this premises.
Don't touch me.
Or else, but I'm going to catch fire in this compound. Nonsense. Get this way. Barbara, I said get this way. Nonsense. Only you will take an example. But you will make it only.
I did not make living like that. Not the medicine.
So, Mom. So you are supposed to Mom,
don't call me. Don't want me. Don't want me. As for now, don't want me. Until if you don't bring, let me say this week. If you know you are so brave. You went to school, you graduated. It is good for you to have money, but in cases inside this Gambia, you know me for your information. Yes. You know me. Go to the other countries, maybe they agree with money for you.
my mom is very right. You have nothing. Where this two doctor issue. Apprentice. It's not important. I just go to abroad. Aeroplane, I don't have visa. No problem. I will send the plot of land. Work quick. I'm going to work quick. I must succeed. Yeah, I must succeed. If I don't succeed,
I know why I have an apprentice. An apprentice, you know, whenever you send me, he's going to miss your time. See, I've been working with this shit in the morning. After the workshop first, before I carry on anything. Because this drafting is a kind of problem. But then, let me just try and go. Good day, boss. Don't do game. What are you doing? What are you doing? What job? Get me.
you can't
Say anything for me, okay?
I'll go to bar.
And that is the problem.
Okay. I will throw dollars. I will throw dollars. Yeah.
Babura.
As you can see, I am beyond 100 degrees Celsius.
Good morning.
You don't know?
Good morning.
Is this morning?
I said good morning.
Morning.
Thank you. Well, would you mind to get me a seat for
Sit what? There is no time to sit. I have 30 minutes ahead of the normal time. Do you know that? I am going to Barclay. I'm not saying.
Are you going mad?
No,
Let me tell you something. The man is going. Yes. No way. Let me tell you something. We have been working together for a long period now. You are almost someone who has specialized in the work. Now you want to leave this.
Nana, listen to me. Specialized is not my business. Can you tell me where I can find a very good man that can smooth my journey to Barclay? I want to go straight from Gambia to Senegal, from Senegal to Mauritania, from Mauritania to Algeria, Algeria, Italy, Bam, Dubai. Me, I don't want to sit here. Yes, I don't want to sit here. Just tell me that.
It's simple. I have the best marable for you. The marable that you know can take you anywhere you want to go. Can give you whatsoever you want to get.
Good friend.
Can make you whatsoever you want to be.
Exactly.
And wherever you go, you can utilize it and be who you want to be.
Marable.
And that marable is simply go and go. Now you skill work. Full stop. And if you need a hand, you can come to me and I will help you.
God, I'm not talking about the skillful man. I'm talking about the spiritual man.
That spiritual man is what you intend to have. It's what you should have to make sure that you are successful.
You are a bad friend. You are very wicked. You are just like a prison mosquito. Very wicked. You are not good at all. So because of my success, you are trying to deviate. You don't want me to be successful. You be here, hitting this hammer here and then pam, pam, pam. By the time I come with my BMW, just sit here and do.
Before you come with your BMW, you see us driving BMW when you are suffering outside. Let me tell you something.
Besides,
I hear you are happy.
besides, in fact, we are not careful. Fair. We've been fighting for 15 good years.
I won't fight you.
Look, we can still fight.
I won't fight you.
Barclay. Yes.
I won't fight
Shut
you.
up, don't talk to me.
Thank you.
You failed friend. Yes. When I go to Babylon, yeah, I will be successful. You will be here. Failing, you fail, man. Right. You nonsense.
You believe you can make it outside? We can make it in this nation no matter what. We can work on whatsoever we want to work on. We can be specialists and do have what we want. We are those students or those individuals within the society that can have what we want when we are ready to have it. We can work and get what we want no matter what we can put in place. But hard work and dedication is what can give us what we want. And we
I just
have it.
cannot understand why people don't like registering their own business. They don't know that independence is power. This is the only way we can reduce the rate of unemployment in this country. But nevertheless, they don't know. And then I have a lot of things to do today. I know the day will be very hectic.
Are you sure that if you go to this place, they will give you the opportunity?
Another, please. Nothing you say or do make it in my mind. We are only on the way. Good morning, sir. Good morning. My name is Mama Drame and I'm here to register my plumbing company.
Plumbing what?
Plumbing company.
Are you serious?
Sir, I'm serious.
Why? Why has God decided to make me suffer? Documents upon documents, papers upon papers, and I'm still here in this country. Every office that I go into, they will say they don't have place for disabled people. Is this how I am going to live my life? Every single office, I get the same answer. The same answer. Why has God decided to make me suffer? Why? But then I hope I'll get this job. Because sincerely, I cannot do this anymore. Knock, knock, knock.
Come in, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I was passing by last evening and I saw a job vacancy, so I came here to submit my papers.
Are you here to have someone?
No, sir. I'm here for myself. That's my career.
You're here for yourself. And then what did you think? What did you think?
Plumbing company.
But I'm rather surprised. I've been working here for 50 years on this net. And this chair. I have never seen a woman come to register as a plumber.
What? Amanda.
What?
Is it not?
And then wait. Are you sure you can do this?
Sir, I can do it. If you look at my people, you see that I'm qualified enough for this job. I have experience in it.
And then you said you are here for a job. I really wish that all Gambians can think like 2 or 3. If we start educating ourselves of thinking, please don't celebrate it. If we start educating ourselves of thinking, and know that we can all make it in the Gambia, regardless of our gender. I'm very happy with you being a female and involving yourself in a plumbing company. And as for you, I'll give you this piece of advice.
When I did that, I heard not long ago, I mean, few days ago.
Galan, are you the ambassador of the Gambia at the moment? Are you the ambassador? Galan, tell me, because I saw
the Galan that you left here, the profession that I was with is the same profession that
Galan, like this out of carpentry. Galan, like this out of carpentry in the Gambia here.
Bauke, when you were about to leave, I told you that we can make it here. With your skill work, you can have whatever you want. But you stubborn-headed and left, thinking that you can never make it in this nation. And today, this is the outcome.
Galan, you'll never know that I'm strong-headed.
Would you mind to hint me?
Unless I tell you. Galan, when I read these people, whatever they are called, Galan, now you know so. You see, they beat me day and night. Hot and cold water, I cannot differentiate the temperature. Galan, they put me inside pockets. They are kicking me, slapping me, insulting me. And the worst thing is when they are killing people, they take how you can Galan, only if you understand. You see, I'm wounded all over, Galan, as you can see at the moment. I'm not seeing you clearly. They kicked my ass like what?
I am sorry, brother. I advised you, but you were with a bad concept. I know you were pressurized by your parents, and they had the concept that you can never make it. And here is the outcome. We made it here, and you, the individual that left, you are back, frustrated, traumatized, and nothing can move you.
After all the journey,
it's okay.
No, I don't even have a bread to eat, even water. I was managing with this water. You see, on Monday to Tuesday, you see, today I'm going to finish this water. That was why I beg you to give me $2.
It's okay. Let's get to my home, so and I will give you what you want.
No, so you are still here with your family?
I am still here with my family. Your mother was even disturbed. When you left, she had been questioning me since. But then I always tell her that you will.
Well, it's a long story. I graduated in the Gambia here successfully. I knocked many doors. Some were afraid to hire me or to employ me. Before I left, last I was employed at G4S. You know, he's an international security officer. I was employed as a guard. I applied there 3 times. They will always reject me. I applied to the National Army. They will reject me. Why? they will check my certificates, and the person that who will register will tell you that you don't come here for job seeking, you come here to take my position. That frustrated me. I went to G4S, I was enjoying a lot. I love what I do. If I say yes, I mean yes. If I say no, even the angel cannot stop me. I mean my word. Those who knows me, they know who I am. Nobody can take a decision behind me. For my own decision, they will have to wait. When I went to G4, I worked just 3 months as a guard. They put me as a supervisor. I was going around. Another 3 months, they put me as an assistant training officer. From there, you know, in the Gambia, it's whom you know, not what you know. To be kindly honest. When they employed me there, I was going up and down, employing others. I met them only 1,500, including the administration. I brought a strategy. I tell them that many Gambians, they don't respect ID cards or passport. Very few have even birth certificate. I tell our country manager to give me the chance for me to go urban area and train people, employ them, pay them on pay table. For 3 months, they provide their ID card and other necessity document. The HR said no, they cannot risk that. The finance manager said no, they cannot risk that. I plead again. They said I disturbed them. You know, Gambians doesn't like to be disturbed. If you are knocking their door too much, they must grant you. He said, okay. I went and employed. I went to Basse. I went to Farafenye area. I went to the villages to see the VDC and the Alcalo and asked for their youths who need skills or who need employment. We will train them and employ them. When they see that it was going fine, later on they employ 10,500. Then the finance manager see that my salary is being increased. They has given me a new motorbike. I was not married. They has given me a vehicle. I was not married. He said, look, you need to train you are not fit to be in this position. You need to train my in-law's brother. He will come. He's a giant. I said, I will not do that. For me to be an assistant, he will take my position. I said, the table is there, the desk is there, let him go and take. From there, I was frustrated. I came back to my father. I cried to him. I said, if you don't sell your own land for me to go outside the Gambia, I will commit suicide. And then I will leave a record that you will cry. Though my father loved me so much, many think that he is afraid of me. I am only the one who is afraid of him. Because if he comes and tells me stop, I always stop and cry. Later on, I was having some cash at the bank that I saved. I take that. One night, I switch off my phone. give it to him. Tell him that remove the SIM card. He laughed. He said, wow, today I have a new phone. I said, yes, what of it? I used to hear it because I know that you can take a fee, but in one way to the other. And then right now, when I came back, I suffer a lot. I suffer. From Mauritania to Algeria, they sold me 3 times. Yeah, I suffer a lot. Algeria, I came back to Mauritania to take another way to Mali. Take the bus, I paid cash. I went up to Agadez. My money is done. Thank God that I'm a linguist. I can speak 8 languages. I used to translate the Hazania to others. I worked to one restaurant for 6 months just for translation. I also speak the Chinese language. I write to them. I translate the language too. Then they will pay me. I take that to go to Libya. I suffer in Libya. Even my enemy, I will not tell you to take the back way. My worst enemy. You will become my friend if you decided to take the back way. I suffer there. They sold me there 7 times. Inside, from a rebellion to another gang. They will put on the same uniform with the government. You will not realize, unless if you are in the prison. You only have, their bread is round. That one is divided by 4 for a person. That's including your lunch and dinner. You choose one. We have 3 meals in the Gambia, but for there you have 1 meal with a little bit of water, like this one half. 4 people will just take this small Evian, and that one is a cup. If the other one drink all, meaning that in the evening that person will not drink till the following day. If you hustle, you lose the other day. From there, I managed to speak to the head of the prison officer. We were speaking in Hazania. I got the opportunity, he moved me out. Arabic people, if you speak Arabic or you speak their own language, they begin to have interest in you. Now, there were many Gambians, Nigerians, Sierra Leoneans, both male and female in one prison. They moved us. I went with the man. I was just there as his boy, what I never did in the Gambia here. Now, everything what he needs, I will do it for him. Clean his office. I now become the king of the prisoners, because now I am free outside. Whatever he need to translate to them, he will just tell me, Gambia, Waila, I will come. Whatever he needs, he will tell me, then I will go and do that, and then translate it to the other people. Then from there, he gave me the opportunity. He said that, okay, he will take me to the border side. he have a package to receive from China. These Chinese people are having a trade with them. They were the rebels. I have to go. They dressed me like their own people. We went. I did the muffler. We went there. I translate the language between the Chinese and the Hassanian. Now they want to employ me. My target is not to stay in Libya. My target is to see that I am either in Germany or in England. I asked him a favor. I tell him that if you take me up to the border, will you make me to cross? I will do whatever you want. I will translate and then you will be happy. Make me happy, I'll make your team happy. He said that I am wise because my name is Suleiman. I say it's a win-win situation. If you make me happy, you will be happy. You're not forcing me, I'm also not forcing you. I know that you cannot hear the Chinese unless if they do action. If you promise and fail me, when translating, I will also fail you. He knows what he wants to get. It's very important to him. My going also is very important. He bought the trip for me. We went up to the sea. We were 300 people. The boat's supposed to take only 100, but they hired 300 people. We went. $200 almost died because it cannot contain. There was rocks inside. We were having 3 machines. The 2 machines cannot support because the boat is very heavy. It seems that I am still traumatized. I see those people still. In my dream, I see them live. You know, when you are in a room with people, you become family. You become friends. Your pain will be their pain. Their pain will be your pain. Doesn't matter where you come from. As far as you are in the same journey, you become family. When we went up to the middle of the sea, now you don't want to go, I don't want to go, and one must go. You just close your eyes and then push. When I mean push, you know that this is real dead. You either choose or I choose. We begin. You take a coin, throw it up. You either take a head or a tail. If come tail, you go in. If come head, you stay in the boat. You choose for your own death, whether you like it or not. You don't have a choice. You have to make your own decision there. When I got to go back to Algeria, if you are willing to go back in the Gambia, I will send money to you. But I know if I just send money direct to you, you will cross. But vow to me that you will go back. I said, I cannot use that money to go back. I need to cure myself. It's either you choose your own brother in life or you choose my grave. She start crying in the phone. I said, that's not the solution. There was one Hassania man. He said that he will spend the money to me, his own money, to find solution to cure me. But if they send that other money, whether it's high or low, I will not have any benefit from that money. I said yes. He could not take me to the hospital. We went to one pharmacy. He's a doctor. He worked in their government, but you know the rebels and they knows the high people, high degree people. There's a business in between them. You cannot tell. He said that he's a brother to me. We went to that man. He said, if I don't have proper medication, I will die. He gave me a letter. I see that 72 hours. And that 72 hours is 3 days. Blood was a problem to me. And lack of diet also is a problem to me. Because you eat small thing just to sustain yourself. Though I wanted to go, I do fast, so that at least to cut the expenditure. Not to reach, but to cut the expenditure, whether you choose. I said to myself, I must go back. I tell my people that let them help me. I tell my people that let them help me. I decided to come back in the Gambia, but there was no way. A friend of mine, I was just having a phone. He said, if you give me the phone, I'll take you to Tunis. You know, Algeria and Tunis, their border. And then Tunis also with Libya, their border. But there's no visa, because if you're from Libya, to enter to Tunis, they will ask you a visa. We smuggled that also. We went up to Tunis. I asked them to send me money. They said it cannot be possible. Still they are dragging me. I gave the man the phone. He took me to Tunis. I was running helter-skelter. No food, no shoe, no good clothes. But my aim and objective is still alive. It's whether the last breath that I have, I will use it to survive. They said, you will die before coming. Fortunately, I called my dad. He prepared the documents to sell the home, his own compound. I have brothers. I'm not the only son. Now, if he sells the compound, how can we live? He's old. My mom is old, not a healthy lady. Today sick, tomorrow better. That's the way we live. Food, you need to give other people a chance for them to survive. The younger one will survive, or unless they go to the neighboring we live like that, nobody will help. Not because we are not brilliant. We will go to school without lunch, coming back, not even expecting dinner. But that doesn't stop us not to learn. We are not far from the college. We go and do our research to the library in the college there. We spend our days, spend our time there. We read. You know, always a hungry man is an angry man. You only have one corner to sit, less friend. Because your target and their target is not the same. When I come back up to Algeria, my sister sent the money from Wari. They say that it needs to be cut into two. It's just like when somebody sends $300, you have $150, I have $150. Every 100 is divided into two, equal. That's the way that they do their service. And that cannot sustain me. I need to use that money for food now instead of coming back. I worked there for another 6 months. I'm not afraid of dying, but now I got the money. After the 6 months, I got the money. I think of my target, going back. A friend of mine said that if you say that you will take here and go direct, you either go back up to Mauritania. Let's try to Mauritania. I said, I'm not going back. It's only front way. I'm not seeing the back. I'm only seeing in Europe. He said that, okay, let's exchange clothes because they give you good clothes. I will transport you. Now, from the clothes that I came in, that's what I'm trading to have my transportation. The watch I was wearing, that I will also use for another transportation. If you don't have quality things, you will not move. When I come back up to Mauritania, it was sad. I cannot even stand. Hospital. They went, they scanned my chest, my backbone, because of the kicks and the brutal way that they were using. Now, I came back in the Gambia. I said, I will just spend 6 months in the Gambia. I will go back. It's from there then, a friend of mine heard from these GIZ sponsors. He said, bro, I downloaded a form from the internet. It's called GIZ. They are sponsoring youths. Can we go and you try your chance? I said, no. I'm just at the college here to do some research, to find out more information so that at least I can take off. He said, let's just try. I'll fare you. I said, he copied the form and then photocopied it twice. He said, let's just go. I said, I'm not going. He forced. He knows that I'm deciding to go. He said, no, I want you to try. If you fail from there, just you can do what you wish. We came to inside training center. Together he fed me. I was not having fare. We asked the receptionist. They explained everything to us. In 2 days later, a lady called Auntie Rita called me. I came. We have an interview. They said, from this age to this age, I passed the age just one. But God knows He don't want me to go back. Then Auntie Rita said, we will take you. But the age is this amount. I said, okay. He said, from this time to this time. I said, it's not a problem. Time, I will stick on it. This days to this day. I said, yes, I will stick on it. From there, I put my life and soul towards it. Whether food, without food, I was committed. Because I know somebody has pulled out his own money on me. I don't want to utilize it in vain. All are called, but few are chosen. I thank GIZ through the European Union, and then thank everybody who also support me, knowingly or unknowingly. I thank everybody here, and thank you all for the invitation too.
November 2018, I quit to begin my entrepreneurial journey to the unknown. I am now the founder and CEO of Libidor Collection, and I am aspiring to create a Gambian fashion and clothing brand of international standards, which is affordable to the average Gambian. I was introduced to the Empretech by the Gambia Women Chamber of Commerce. So I collected the form and filled it. I was later called for an interview, then called again and given a date to start the training. I completed the 6-day training, which I really didn't regret doing. I have learned a lot during the training, and it made a very big impact on my business. It gave me a better understanding of bookkeeping, time and financial management, and the personal entrepreneurial competences, persistence, how to set a goal, taking calculated risks, fulfilling commitments, demand for efficiency and quality, systematic planning, opportunity seeking, and initiative, and many other necessary instruments needed to be a successful entrepreneur. Most of these things I started applying to my business after the training, and I have seen a very huge difference. Not only did Guipers stop on the 6-day Empretech training, but also gave us each an advisor to work with for the next 6 months. My advisor comes to my shop at least once a month and puts me through, make sure I am applying what I learned from the training to achieve progress. With the help of the training and my advisor, I now have a proper records of my day-to-day business, and I also opened a business bank account in order to separate my personal savings from my business. I have gained a lot of opportunities and exposure since I became part of the Empatech family. I definitely owe it to GAIPA and GIZ, and I thank you all. I thank them too.
Implementing partners, we would just like to thank the High Table, the European Union, the GIZs and partners, as well as also say a big thank you to the entrepreneurs that are actually committing to come to this program. I just want to say a few things, and that is there's a lot of initiatives that are coming up in the country, and it's already in existence. And I think there's a lot of opportunities currently available for young people. But it is left to the young people to take these opportunities seriously. And in most entrepreneurial ventures, you're going to try and fail a lot. But I think one of the fundamental things entrepreneurs need to continue to have is to be persistent. You need to persist yourself. You need to continue, go after it, because this is a platform given to you. You have to take advantage of it. We just recently launched the Techie Fee Mini Grant. And this is a big opportunity to have almost about $250,000 to invest in your business. But how you use this money is really important in how you're going to grow your business and create the jobs that is needed. We have a lot of young people in the Gambia, and some of you are already part of this program. I will just urge all entrepreneurs from different stakeholders and partners like the GAIPA, the Toscans, the Incubator, and all the different partners that the GIZ is working with, and the Techie Fee projects, to really use this opportunity to enhance their entrepreneurial growth and capacity building. On that note, I would just like to say a big thank you for coming to this program. On behalf of the Startup Incubator and the team, we're really honored and pleasure to work with you. And one of the fundamental things I just want to highlight is the fact that GIZ also wants to build the capacity of the institutions that are delivering this thing. And I think in terms of sustainability, this is what is important, to build the capacity of the institutions to live beyond the lives of these projects so that we can continue to deliver for our Gambians, our Gambian young people. On that note, thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here.
Serna tayit weer bu dee nit taxaw la tàllal la loxo dama ne askan bi jox leen ma seen noppa ndaxte Kairó Properties ñoom ñoo ñëw nag génne fi seen kër yi foofu noonu Salameng Kerewan